Welcome, my friends, to our Guide to Read's adventure. If you, or perhaps a cherished family member, find yourselves concerned about the dreaded Alzheimer's, or simply yearn to sharpen that brilliant mind of yours, then this video is a must-watch. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to join us on more life-changing book explorations. Today, we'll be diving into the remarkable The End of Alzheimer's program by the esteemed Dr. Dale Bredesen. This groundbreaking work challenges the conventional wisdom surrounding dementia, offering a science-backed protocol to prevent, slow, and even reverse cognitive decline. A feat long thought impossible. Take Claudia, for instance. At the ripe age of 78, poor Claudia had nearly lost it all to Alzheimer's. She struggled with the most basic of tasks, like dressing herself or engaging in conversation. Her cognitive test scores were a testament to the severe impairment she faced. Yet against all odds, Claudia found hope. Through a treatment plan that addressed her specific needs, removing mold toxins, optimizing her metabolism, and nurturing her brain function, Claudia experienced a remarkable transformation. Within months, she regained her speech, reclaimed her independence in daily life, and even hopped back on her trusty bicycle. While stories like Claudia's are rare and full recovery may not be the norm, her journey underscores the potential of early intervention in slowing or even reversing the devastating effects of cognitive decline. In this summary, you'll discover why Alzheimer's treatment can't be a one-size-fits-all approach. You'll learn how multiple biological mechanisms contribute to this condition, and why addressing them holistically offers a glimmer of hope where traditional treatments have fallen short. Prepare to dive into the science behind the brain's defense response, the profound impact of diet and fasting on cognitive health, and the groundbreaking RECODE Protocol designed to combat the scourge of cognitive impairment. Whether you aim to safeguard your own mental prowess or support a beloved family member, this blink is packed with actionable insights to prevent, slow, and potentially even reverse the symptoms of Alzheimer's. So, my friends, let's embark on this journey together and unlock the secrets to a sharper, more vibrant mind. 1. Is Alzheimer's really just a natural part of aging? The age-old question, my friends, is Alzheimer's truly just an unavoidable part of growing old? Well, let me shed some light on this common misconception. You see, the insidious nature of Alzheimer's often means it creeps up on us gradually. It's silent progress going unnoticed for years before the telltale symptoms emerge. But make no mistake, this cognitive decline is not simply a random consequence of aging. No, my dear friends, there are distinct biological triggers at play, driving the brain from a state of growth and vitality into one of retreat and protection. While conventional wisdom may paint Alzheimer's as an irreversible disease, the latest research paints a far more nuanced picture. This condition, you see, isn't a single affliction with a solitary cause. Nay, it manifests in various forms, each linked to specific biological mechanisms, be it chronic inflammation, hormonal imbalances, nutrient deficiencies, or even exposure to environmental toxins. And let's not forget the role genetics can play, with the dreaded ApoE4 gene significantly increasing one's risk. But here's the key. Understanding these differences is crucial, for effective treatment must directly address the underlying biological factors at work, rather than rely on a one-size-fits-all approach. You see, the brain doesn't simply fail or succumb to age. No, it's actively responding to ongoing threats, prioritizing survival over higher cognitive functions. In a sense, it's entering a self-protective mode, downsizing neural connections to conserve precious energy. So, my friends, the notion of Alzheimer's as an unavoidable part of aging is simply a misconception. With the proper understanding of the brain's defense mechanisms and the diverse biological triggers at play, we can seek early intervention and unlock new possibilities for preventing, slowing, and even reversing the debilitating effects of cognitive decline. The path forward may not be easy, but with knowledge and a holistic approach, we can reclaim the vitality of our most precious asset, the remarkable human mind. 2. Cognitive decline isn't inevitable. Prevention and reversal are possible. The common misconception that cognitive decline is simply an inevitable part of growing old. How we must challenge this outdated notion. For you see, the alarming rise in Alzheimer's cases does not mean that prevention and even reversal of this debilitating condition are beyond our reach. Despite the growing prevalence of this disease, the sad truth is that early detection and preventative measures are all too often overlooked. Unlike scourges of the past like polio or smallpox, Alzheimer's continues to spread unchecked, placing an immense burden on families and healthcare systems alike. And it doesn't help that traditional treatment approaches have repeatedly fallen short. Over 400 clinical trials for a single drug solution have ended in disappointment. You see, my dear friends, Alzheimer's is not driven by a single factor, but rather a complex interplay of genetic risks, inflammation, metabolic imbalances, infections, and environmental toxins. A one-size-fits-all pharmaceutical answer simply cannot address this multifaceted challenge. However, the tide is turning, as research shines a light on a more tailored, holistic approach. By tracking and optimizing key health factors, such as diet, sleep, and metabolic function, studies suggest we can slow, stop, or even reverse the dreaded cognitive decline. The sooner we recognize our individual risk factors, the more effective these interventions can be. This is the very foundation of the RECODE, Reversal of Cognitive Decline Protocol, also known as the Bredesen Protocol. Unlike conventional treatments that view Alzheimer's as a solitary malfunction, RECODE acknowledges it as a breakdown of interconnected systems. By tailoring the treatment to an individual's unique biological markers, it can address the critical drivers from inflammation to insulin resistance, nutrient deficiencies to chronic infections, and even neurotoxic exposure. And the results speak for themselves, my friends. Take the case of Nina, a woman in her late 40s with no obvious symptoms but a daunting family history and genetic predisposition. By following the RECODE protocol, she experienced a remarkable transformation, scoring perfectly on memory tests and reclaiming her cognitive vitality, a testament to the power of early intervention. So, let us not resign ourselves to the notion that cognitive decline is an unavoidable fate. The time has come to take charge of our brain health, to recognize the warning signs, and to embark on a journey of prevention and, dare I say, even reversal. For the human mind is a precious gift, and with the right knowledge and commitment, we can ensure it remains sharp, resilient, and vibrant even in the face of Alzheimer's. 3. Food power for brain health. Let us talk about the power of food to nourish and protect our most precious asset, the human brain. For you see, the path to cognitive vitality is paved not just with medical interventions, but with the very sustenance we put into our bodies. Take the case of our dear Georgia, who had spent years feeling trapped in a body that seemed to be working against her. Excess weight, constant joint pain, and a rapidly declining memory. The doctors had simply chalked it up to the inevitable ravages of aging, but Georgia, bless her heart, knew deep down that she could make a change. And so she did, my friends. By shifting her diet to focus on non-starchy vegetables, healthy fats, and the wonders of intermittent fasting, Georgia's life was transformed. The weight melted away, nearly 100 pounds of it. Her cholesterol returned to a healthier range, and that unrelenting pain that had been her constant companion, it vanished as if carried away on the winds of change. But the true triumph, my friends, lay in the restoration of her mental clarity, a gift she hadn't felt in years. You see, most people simply don't realize the profound impact that diet has on our cognitive health. The KetoFlex 12-3 approach, for instance, shifts the body away from its reliance on carbohydrates, encouraging the production of those wondrous ketones. And with the brain's struggle to efficiently process glucose as we age, having this alternative fuel source keeps our mental energy levels steady and strong. But the benefits of a brain-nourishing diet go far beyond just energy. The right nutrients, my friends, are the very building blocks of a healthy, resilient mind. Omega-3 fatty acids to support synaptic connections, B vitamins to regulate that troublesome homocysteine, and a veritable garden of plant compounds to promote neuroplasticity and reduce inflammation. Why, even something as simple as vitamin D, zinc, and glutathione can help our bodies detoxify, shielding our precious gray matter from harm. You see, my friends, inflammation is the silent enemy of cognitive function, and diet plays a crucial role in either fueling or reducing this insidious foe. Excess sugar and highly processed foods, the very scourge of modern life, trigger inflammation that damages our brain cells. But by swapping these inflammatory ingredients for polyphenol-rich vegetables and omega-3 powerhouses, we can support our long-term brain health and resilience. So, Let us embrace the power of food, my friends, and let it be the foundation upon which we build a fortress of cognitive vitality. Non-starchy vegetables, healthy fats, and clean proteins, the very building blocks of a brain-nourishing diet. For in nourishing our bodies, we nourish our minds and unlock the boundless potential that lies within. 4. Eat, move, and rest. The remarkable journey of our dear friend Laura, a shining example of how the choices we make each day can be the key to unlocking the full potential of our most precious asset, the human mind. You see, my friends, at the ripe age of 68, Laura found herself facing a daunting reality. Her memory, once as sharp as a freshly honed knife, was beginning to betray her. It wasn't just the occasional misplaced spectacles or the struggle to recall a familiar name. No, Laura felt as if her very mind was slipping away, like grains of sand through her trembling fingers. But Laura, bless her determined heart, refused to accept this fate. She knew that she had to make sweeping changes, and so she did. Gone were the inflammatory foods that had long plagued her. In their place, a vibrant array of nutrient-rich meals, each a symphony of flavors that nourished both body and brain. And the exercise regimen she embraced, from strength training to brisk walks, became a steady companion, strengthening not just her limbs, but the very neural pathways that gave her mind its boundless power. Yet, Laura's journey didn't stop there, my friends. She recognized the vital importance of rest, of allowing her weary mind and body to recharge and rejuvenate. Bidding farewell to the disruptive glow of late-night screens, she cultivated a sleep sanctuary, a haven of darkness and comfort that allowed her brain to perform its restorative magic. And when stress threatened to overwhelm, she turned to the soothing balm of mindfulness, her breath a metronome that calmed the churning waters of her mind. And the results, my dear friends, were nothing short of remarkable. Slowly but surely, Laura's memory began to sharpen, the once oppressive mental fog lifting like a veil. She regained her cognitive prowess, her mind once again a well-oiled machine responding with the agility and precision that had long been her hallmark. You see, the brain is not a fixed, unyielding structure, but rather a dynamic, ever-adapting organ, shaped by the very choices we make each day. From the foods we consume to the movements we embrace, from the rest we cherish to the stress we manage, each of these elements holds the power to unlock the boundless potential of our most precious gift. And Laura's journey, my friends, is but a single example of what is possible when we heed the wisdom of our bodies and minds. For if the resilient elders of Okinawa can maintain their cognitive vitality well into their golden years, then surely we too can forge a path towards a sharper, more vibrant future. All it takes is the will to eat, move, and rest in harmony with the needs of our magnificent brains. 5. The power of biomarkers. The wondrous world of biomarkers, the very keys that unlock the mysteries of our individual biology and empower us to craft a path towards optimal brain health. You see, it's a curious thing, isn't it? How two people can seemingly follow the same health regimen, the same diet, the same exercise routine, the same sleep habits, and yet experience vastly different results. The answer, my dear friends, lies in the intricate tapestry of our unique physiology. By closely monitoring these vital biomarkers, from blood sugar levels and insulin response to the telltale signs of inflammation, we gain an invaluable window into the inner workings of our bodies. It's a proactive approach that allows us to identify potential health concerns long before they manifest into more serious problems, empowering us to take the reins of our wellness journey. But, as with any map, it's crucial that we interpret these lab results with care and precision. For when glucose and insulin levels soar beyond their optimal range, it speaks volumes, a whispered warning that the body is struggling to regulate sugar, a call to action to fine-tune our dietary choices. And those inflammatory markers, such as C-reactive protein? Why, they're the sentinels of hidden infections and persistent stress, factors that can cast a pall over the very function of our precious minds. But the good news, my friends, is that these imbalances can so often be rectified through targeted interventions. A mindful adjustment to our meals, a judicious sprinkling of essential nutrients. The power to restore our cognitive vitality lies within our grasp. For you see, by aligning our lifestyle choices with the unique needs of our individual biology, we unlock the door to a sharper, more resilient mind. Yet, the path is not without its challenges. For each of us is a tapestry of intricacies. Some may struggle to adapt to dietary changes, their energy levels fluctuating as they strive to master the art of ketosis. Others may toil to improve their sleep, only to find that the culprit lies in the unseen realms of stress or gut imbalance. But fret not, my friends, for the biomarker-driven approach is our steadfast guide, helping us fine-tune our strategies, identifying the interventions that truly sing in harmony with our bodies. And the results are nothing short of astounding. Why, a landmark study at the Karolinska Institute revealed that those who heeded the call of their biomarkers experienced a remarkable 40% reduction in cognitive decline compared to their counterparts who marched to the beat of a different drum. So, let us embrace the power of these biological beacons, my friends. For in understanding the intricate symphony of our bodies, we unlock the door to a future where our minds shine with the radiance of 1,000 stars, resilient and resolute in the face of time's relentless march. 6. Toxin exposure and detoxification. The vexing tale of Liliana's cognitive struggles, a poignant reminder that our modern world is rife with unseen threats, lurking in the very air we breathe and the soil that nourishes our sustenance. You see, Liliana, bless her heart, had no family history of the dreaded Alzheimer's, and yet her memory and focus were slipping away, as if caught in the relentless grip of an invisible foe. Tests soon unveiled the culprit. High levels of mercury and arsenic coursing through her veins, a strange affliction for one with no known exposure to industrial toxins. But then the truth emerged, as clear as the morning dew. Liliana had lived near ground zero in the aftermath of the World Trade Center collapse, her body bombarded by a veritable maelstrom of debris, heavy metals, and chemicals that overwhelmed her very capacity to cleanse and purge. And years later, the effects had come home to roost, a grim reminder that environmental toxins can be just as ruinous to our cognitive health as the genetic hand we're dealt. For you see, my friends, these nefarious substances, these dementogens, as they're so aptly named, they linger, they accumulate, and they insidiously interfere with the delicate processes that keep our minds sharp and resilient. Heavy metals like lead, mercury, and arsenic, they nestle in the very neural tissue that powers our thoughts, slowing the lightning-quick dance of cognition. And the mold-borne mycotoxins? Why, they stoke the fires of inflammation, while pesticides weaken the nervous system by disrupting the delicate balance of our gut flora. And the threats don't end there, my friends. Chronic infections, whether in our mouths or lurking in the shadows of our bloodstream, they too can quietly fuel the decline of our mental prowess. Viruses and bacteria, fungi and ticks, these silent invaders can mimic the ravages of neurodegenerative conditions, leading to years of misdiagnosis and despair. But heed the wisdom, my friends, for the path to protection is not beyond our reach. By addressing these hidden infections, whether through improved oral hygiene or targeted treatments, we can begin to fortify the citadel of our cognitive health. And in supporting the body's natural detoxification processes, through hydration, fiber, and the very act of sweating, we can stem the tide of toxin buildup, reducing the burden on our most precious asset. Yet, this is but the first step, for a holistic approach is the true key to lasting brain resilience. Sleep quality, gut balance, inflammation control. These too must be tended to, woven together into a tapestry of wellness that shields our minds from the slings and arrows of the modern world. So, my friends, let us be vigilant, let us be resolute, for in understanding the invisible threats that assail us, we unlock the path to a future where our cognitive vitality shines forth, a beacon of hope in a world that too often falls prey to the ravages of time and toxin. Final summary: that the fate of our precious minds is not sealed by the hand we're dealt, but rather shaped by the choices we make each and every day. Indeed, the end of Alzheimer's program ignites a flame of hope within us, shattering the misconception that cognitive decline is an inevitable reality. No, my friends, this groundbreaking work unveils the transformative truth that Alzheimer's, that scourge of the modern age, is not only preventable, but in many cases, even reversible. And the keys to this cognitive renaissance? They lie in the simple yet profound pillars of our daily lives: diet, exercise, sleep, and stress management. These non-negotiable elements, when woven together with intention and care, become the very foundation upon which we build the fortress of our mental vitality. But the insights of this remarkable book do not stop there, for it also shines a light on the unseen, yet insidious threats that lurk within our environments. Biomarker testing. you see, is the window through which we peer into the intricate workings of our bodies, revealing the hidden risks that could one day undermine the health of our minds. And perhaps most eye-opening of all, my friends, is the realization that toxins, those silent invaders from our air, our soil, and even our very sustenance, pose a grave danger to the resilience of our cognitive prowess, a danger that, when understood and addressed, unlocks the path to a future where our minds shine with the radiance of 1,000 stars. So, let us heed the wisdom of the end of Alzheimer's program, my dear friends, and embrace the power of choice that lies within our grasp. For in doing so, we forge a future where Alzheimer's is not the inevitable conclusion, but rather a challenge to be faced, conquered, and transcended. A testament to the boundless potential of the human mind. So, my friends, let us like, subscribe, and hit that bell. For the road to brain health is paved with knowledge, and we have but scratched the surface of its infinite possibilities.